Aquaba, and welcome to Expat Life Ghana. I'm Ayo, and this is Tony, and we are documenting our move from Texas to Ghana as we go beyond the return.
In this episode, we're talking about why Africans hate Black Americans.
Ooh, yikes, you gonna go there, huh? All right, well, let's get this video started.
Let's give some backstory here. In case you're new here, I am a Black American born and raised in the States.
I am biracial. My mom is Irish and French Canadian, and my dad is West African, Nigerian, and Ghanaian, which is why I have the name Ayo. He immigrated to the States and lived there for about 25 years, where I was born, and then returned to Ghana about 20 years ago.
In 2020, we sold everything and moved to Ghana. In my trips to Ghana, I realized I would rather be Black in Ghana than Black in America.
That was just so crazy. I have a completely different relationship with like Blackness in America because, well, I have no slave ancestry anywhere. And if I do, it's from my Irish side. Interesting. So for me, it's just straight up racism.
Coming to Ghana has been great. It's the first time in my life that I'm not Black. I'm just a man. I'm not a Black man because every man here is just about Black men, so I'm just a man.
That is just the craziest thought to me, that you walk around every day.
Your Blackness is like, you're Black. And here it's like, everybody's Black, so you don't even think about being Black. It's beautiful.
Yeah, like I never had that mentality growing up. It was always like, we're African, that's a whole different thing. And it was pride. It was always like...
Yeah. Coming to a place where you're the majority is very empowering.
Yeah, well, so here in America, I was Black. I was an African who was labeled Black, not knowing that I was being labeled Black, thinking I was an African. And here, I'm an African labeled as an Obroni or a white person or an American in a place where I'm actually African. And it's weird because everybody thinks that you're the Ghanaian,
right, and
I'm your trophy wife.
Well, you are my trophy wife.
Aw, thanks, but it's wrong.
Yes. We've been documenting our move and got a lot of questions and comments about what it's like to live in Africa.
Yeah, and a lot of people want to know if it's true. If Africans don't like Black Americans. Do you think that's true?
Personally, no, I don't think that's true. I just think we were all a little misunderstood. Maybe this video will help out with that. Well, we went out and asked some people to give us their opinion on the matter, and we were blown away by some of the responses we got.
Yeah, and it's nuts because people will choose not to visit Africa because of this whole hate narrative. So, why do Africans hate Black Americans?
Don't say hate. This is not about hate. Reason number one. Africans don't like Blacks. Americans come to Africa wanting it to be like America. People
are always comparing the two. It's like, oh, they'll say, this is not the way it is in the States, or that's not how you should do it, or that's not how it's done. And African people are like, yo, we've been doing this stuff for a long time.
Right.
We know how to get things done. It turns people off.
Yeah, absolutely. Thinking that, America has set the standard for everything, by the way, that is not even close to being
I don't even
true.
know if you can say Americans set the standard now. They're kind of substandard as of late. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Everything we do, us expats do, comparing where we came from hurts our position of being here.
Yeah, I mean, if you're constantly comparing, it ends up being derogatory. So, number two.
Africans don't like Americans coming here, taking up jobs and starting up businesses without them and in general.
Yeah, there could be some resentment about foreigners coming to Africa for jobs, and sometimes Africans are like, hey, we've been here all this time, we don't have jobs, but you foreigners are coming over here and you're getting the jobs and I'm getting left behind.
Yeah, I get that. Having cash for business startups is great. with all of the brilliant ideas here in Ghana, you know, most won't come to pass because of limited funds.
Yeah, that limited funds is a huge thing.
And I think that's probably the biggest hurdle for people here is, you know, they have an idea, they don't have the money to get the idea going. So they're left just doing whatever they can to support themselves. And they got this, you know, $1 million idea that they can't get funded.
Well, and then Americans or Westerners come in and they do it without them. You know, like
Right.
we're not good about including the people on the ground who may have that $1 million idea,
Right.
but we've already dismissed.
Yeah, it's stick to our own and kind of like, yeah, we can come here and show you guys how to do it. That kind
That'll
of
increase
attitude.
the hate, you know, that'll increase the hate.
Yeah.
All right, so reason number 3 Africans don't like Americans is because they believe the hype.
Ha! The television here is dated and slanted, and well, it is the only window a lot of Africans have to America and blacks out there globally.
Yeah, I am so tired of Judge Judy from 2009. Yo, we do
Yeah.
not look good, y'all. We do not look
No.
good. And if you are in the U.S. and wonder how misrepresentation and bias in television impact blacks worldwide, let me tell you.
Yeah, it's no wonder. But I think that's changing a lot with the internet and YouTube. Africans used to all want to go to the U.S., but now they're like, no. They'll just shoot you in the street, huh? No, I'll pass.
Oh no, that's horrible.
Yeah, you know, they do have CNN, BBC, Al Jazeera here, international news stations that put it out there as it is, and
Yeah.
now they're seeing what this black man has been going through there, and they see, well, if I go there, I don't want those troubles.
I know. Well, and that's the thing is that when you're walking down the streets in America, they don't discriminate between you being an African or
A
a
black
Caribbean
American.
or
Yeah.
you know or
There's a black man to
is a
them.
black. You're just black. You're just black.
Yeah,
It's a shame that I have to put the word "just" in front of that.
yeah. It's
Anyway,
so negative.
we in this month's live, which is the last Friday of every month. You should definitely join us.
Yeah, join us because we're talking about how Africa sees American racism and how it's viewed over here.
So if you are digging this conversation, definitely join in. It's also about how people kind of interpret race relations in
Right.
the U.S., right?
Yeah, be sure to subscribe now and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live this month. It's going to be an awesome conversation.
That should be really interesting. I'm a little worried.
I'm not. I'm ready for this one.
I bet you are. Okay.
Hi, I'm Leo. Subscribe right now.
Reason number 4, Africans don't like Americans. It's because y'all is cheap.
Rich people in general are usually cheap. That's how they get rich and keep their wealth.
There's nobody cheaper than rich people.
Yeah, and when it comes to rich African Americans, they can be real cheap. And I can't argue with that one. But, you know,
Yeah.
they give us the smallest tip, if any. And it's like, really? Why would you do that?
Yeah, I think it's all about wanting to get something for less. Like everybody wants to get more for less. I get that. There's something in having value, but you know, there's a little bit of that when you come to an African country where that trying to get value is actually exploitative. So
Right.
if you're coming to Ghana or anywhere in Africa because you want the free land, man.
You know, it's
And that's I think that crosses into exploitation.
yeah.
Just me.
I have to agree with that.
Yeah, and so there is some animosity, I think, with that.
Absolutely. Reason number 5: Africans don't like Americans because you think Africans are all bush people.
Oh my God! Have you ever heard "Go Back to the Bush"? Okay, maybe that's just me because I'm actually an African, but like, go back to the bush. What do you think Africa looks like? Like, you think, if you were to think about what African person was told about Black American, what would that image be?
Yeah. You know,
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? I mean, like, what?
Yeah, when you say that, I remember the first time coming here and taking a walk with Pop out in the mountains. And he's like, Tony, look at the house over there in the bushes. You see the house? There's a glass house.
in the
built
bush.
into the it's built into the mountainside, and there's bushes around it. Big old glass house. He's like, oh, look at the bush house. So yeah.
This big huge glass mansion.
Yeah.
Bush house. Yeah.
Bush house. Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's the bush everybody's been thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
But like the bias works both ways, right? So Africans are watching and getting a stereotype of Americans.
That hey, we're all rich.
And you guys are getting the stereotype that everybody here is
All poor.
I don't even know.
Yeah. Then you come here with the attitude that people here are a little offended by that.
Well, yeah, you're basically thinking they're bush people. It's like in Everybody Hates Chris.
Yeah.
When people are all like, "Oh, do you have a dad? Oh, you're not a crack baby."
No.
It's like, "Oh, there's water in Africa. Did you ride a lion to work today?"
Yeah. So backwards. So
It's
backwards.
It's so backwards.
Do us a favor. Drop a comment below and tell us the biggest lie you've been told about Africans.
Or the biggest lie that you've been told about Americans if you're watching from Africa.
I'll give a little insight on our misunderstanding.
I'm a little worried about that one.
I know there's going to be some Coming to America references down there.
Drop a comment below and let us know what you think.
All right. Reason number 6, Africans don't like Americans. It's because you come here and you get an automatic advantage.
Absolutely. Advantage being a foreigner or going abroad and coming back, the Western schooling is more desired in a sense. And the fair-skinned person may give, a little more validation to your company or organization.
Yeah, so do you think there's colorism here? Do you think that even in a place full of black people, there's still a preference over lighter skinned blacks versus darker skinned blacks?
Absolutely. If you have a school and all of the staff is African here, and then the head principal is a fair-skinned person, then people will be more attracted to that school because, oh, the head principal is a fair-skinned person. He's from this place or that place. So there's an automatic assumption that because he's not from here, the school will do good because he's running it.
That's so interesting because I feel like there are still Africans who are African who still clock in at a lighter skin tone than I do as a biracial person. So I'm just, it's very interesting to see how that it's weird. It's just weird because it's kind of like this same narrative about how white is better or having white in you is better. It just kind of perpetuates this colonization, white supremacy idea that African countries have. And it should be long gone by now. Like, colonization has not been a thing in a really long time.
Yeah,
Isn't that time gone?
I know we go to some of the stores and we see all of the workers are black, but none of the supervisors, none of the bosses are black. They're all...
I don't like that.
I don't like it either.
Well, so there you go. That might be part of the misunderstanding and animosity.
There you have it. Reason number 7, Africans don't like Americans because you get here and you want to change the culture.
Listen, okay, I have to interject a little bit. There are some things here that I do want to push into the now. I mean, there are a lot of things that are a little bit antiquated or downright ancient.
That's the point. You can't come here and want to change it. Come to Ghana, come to Africa and live like an African.
Okay, I get that. But there are some things that are just like, for real, we have to come forward a little bit. Not like as an American telling an African to like get more American, but like Africa as a country keeping pace with the
rest of the world
culture and not being left behind.
Yeah, and it's not so much we want to change the culture. We love the culture. We love the heritage and tradition here.
Yeah, so what you're saying is really interesting because there are some traditions that are part of the colonialization of the country that are now embedded in what is culture and is really it just feels wrong.
Yeah, I'll give an example, a really great example. If you ever look at Ghana's lawyers and attorneys in the court system, take a look at the picture and look at what they're wearing on top of their head. White wigs white colonial style wigs.
No, they're not. Are they really?
Yeah, I hate it. I hate it.
That must look absolutely ridiculous.
Yes, it does.
Okay,
And
I'm totally going to go Google that right now.
Google
As soon
it.
as we're done, I'm Googling it.
Absolutely. So it's things
Wow.
like that I wish we could change to say, hey, you know what? Let's see some African hairstyles instead of this white wig. It looks like George Washington's
my
wig or
God,
something.
That is legit
And-
horrible. But it
yeah.
it feels like something that's left over from,
Yeah, exactly.
and it is. I mean,
yeah.
like, it most definitely is. Getting rid of those things, I don't have a problem with.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay. So reason number 8.
Reason number 8.
Africans don't like Americans because Americans are always in a hurry.
Whew. I mean, if the thing starts at 10, be there at 10.
For real? You
10,
would say
15.
that?
I'm going to say that.
You were always late.
I,
I think you were late for our first date. Okay, maybe not our first date, our second date. You are always late. You are the one that's going to be like on time people.
You
on
know
time.
what? I'm 10, 15 minutes late. These people here are 2 hours late. The event starts at 3. Okay, I'll see you at 3. They show up 5:30. All right, we're ready. It's almost over, but okay.
Oh, yeah, that
You know,
does
it does. It does. It does. That's annoying.
It's definitely annoying.
Yeah, but they are just late.
Late. Okay, late. Don't be late. That's annoying. But we do feel like we do kind of hurry people along.
Yeah, we do, and it's.
And skip the niceties of things too. Just we're like, come on,
Come on. An example that would be when you answer the phone. Hello. Hello. How are you today? Oh, that's fine. How are the kids? You know, you have a 5-minute conversation with somebody before you're like, what do I call you for?
They're using your credits too. It's
Supposed to talk about it. Yeah, and exactly. It's
But if you don't do it, they think you're rude.
Exactly. So I've learned to slow myself down when I answer the phone to make sure I'm giving all the pleasantries I'm supposed to give before I talk about business.
It is important. It is important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. So reason number 9 that Africans don't like Americans is because Americans hate everything.
Want some Kenkei? No.
Do you want some Banku? No.
Will you wear this traditional robe?
Will you wear this traditional robe?
No thanks.
You want to ride the Trotro?
Wait. No, hey. On the Trotro thing, I've seen how these guys drive. I've been like almost ran off the road by a couple of them. No. I do not want to ride in the Trotro.
Okay.
I'm good.
You should ride the Trotro. That's their point, right?
Oh, no.
It's like you come
no.
here and you're already hating on things before you even have had an experience with them.
There are some things that traditionally I'm just scared of, you know. Riding in the vehicle with somebody who can't drive.
That's how I feel every time I get in the car with you. I'm just kidding.
There's always the Trotro.
I'll see you guys on the Trotro.
Okay, well, we come hating on things before we even try them, and we need to start embracing new things coming to Africa and Ghana in particular.
Absolutely.
Reason number 9, Africans don't like Americans because Americans don't share their money.
Wait. What?
Yeah, for some reason they think we
Share.
all have money,
Share.
like lots of money,
Oh my god, they think we have money.
and then we're stingy with it.
I have had my fair share of people thinking that exact same thing, and you do have a point with this one. You have a very good point with this one. There was this one girl who actually asked me if she could have my cell phone, and I was like, girl, I'm still making payments on this phone. What are you talking about? You can't have my phone.
Yeah, so they want you to be more generous since you have all that money. They don't know all Americans are brokerty broke.
No.
They don't know that.
They brokety broke. They
They don't know.
broke. That's right. We are making payments on the house. We are making payments on the car. We are still making payments on our college education. And sometimes it's still making payments on the kids' education. We are making payments on the electricity. We are making payments on
You know.
the bills are prorated. We got our gifts on layaway.
Okay, we get it. America is mortgaged. And that's something that they don't understand here, because when they buy a house, they buy a house. There's
Right.
no mortgage.
No, you bought it in cash.
When they buy a car, they buy a car, it's cash.
Yeah, there's not even like the industry of the mortgage industry here is literally what did the guy tell us? 1% or some ridiculous
Yeah,
thing
it's
of GDP.
really small.
It's nothing. People don't live on credit here, so they maybe just don't understand that in America, you are born on credit. Like you're not even born free.
Exactly.
Your parents are making payments on your delivery.
Yeah.
To the hospital. They're making payments on the insurance. They're still making payments on all the stuff. Diapers on layaway.
Yeah. So the misconception is we all have money because of the things that we have in America, but we don't own any of this stuff. Our house, we don't own our house.
Nope.
Still paying a mortgage on it. So we talk about, we got a house back in the States. We don't own it.
Nope.
People here own their houses.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's just, so that is part of, they think you're being stingy, but really.
We're just as broke as they are. Even in some cases,
broker.
we're broker. Is that a horror? Broker.
We're broker. Because when you die,
broke.
we still gonna have to pay stuff off on you. You be dead, we still be paying bills on you. If I die, I still have debt you are going to have to pay.
Oh, I thought you were trying to kill me off when you die.
I didn't give the timetable sooner rather than later, but All right. Let's wrap this up with reason number 11. Reason number 11.
Africans don't like Americans because we really just don't know each other.
There is a divide that we never seem poised to close at all.
Americans are not encouraged to learn about or even visit Africa.
It's not even part of the conversation.
Right.
It's like there's no curriculum in schools about Africa and moving abroad. You didn't even have a passport when I met you. You didn't even have a passport.
Her favorite story about Tony. He didn't even have a passport when we met.
Because it's crazy to me. It literally is crazy to me. Like in America, people don't get passports because the idea is you're in America.
Why would you leave? It's the greatest place on earth.
So you are never pushed to explore. You're never pushed to entertain this idea of moving away. You're always told, by just the virtue of not having a passport, you're told there's no place else and no one else better than us here and where you are.
So why would you want to leave this great place?
Yeah. So the fact that you don't have a passport means that you're not encouraged.
Yeah.
You're not encouraged to explore. And that just feeds into
the misconception of they all got money. They're all ballers, or
it's not true.
It's not. It's not. Well, there you have it. The 11 reasons Africans don't like Americans. If you like this content, hit that like button. Better yet, share it on social media.
Because I think this is a conversation that people need to continue to have. I feel like it's not going to go away until we all start talking about it a little more and get some of these misconceptions out of the way.
Right.
Because from the list you can tell a lot of it is just not understanding.
Right.
Not necessarily
a lack of knowledge of each other. Just we don't know them, they don't know us, and there was never a bridge to get over to getting to know each other. And I think that's the biggest hurdle we have.
I agree. And I think it's a bigger opportunity for us to have those conversations here, like us as Americans having conversations with Africans about our relationship. It feels like in America, people don't want to have that conversation.
Oh, right. Well, here it's more open because they're like, oh, we don't know, so tell us. And there's like, we don't want to know.
And we don't
keep
care.
it to yourself. We don't care.
Well, either way, be sure to subscribe so that you never miss any of our lives, which happen the last Friday of every month. We're going to talk about this a little bit more.
Right. But for now, Charlie out.
Oh, you trying to... Let's get it on.
I'll take a picture like this.
I like your shirt today, too. Yeah. All right. Your armpit's kind of sweaty. Yeah, just a little bit.
I don't know,
A little bit.